So that is absolutely fantastic. But yeah, we are going to be into this one. It is going to be the pistol run right in towards the B site they go. Yet to actually clear the site itself, as Rops was still waiting, but they have managed to get the initial pick. So they're going to be a quick way back in, not for Chris. He jumps up to Spot, and Connor's already managed to pick him off. Frozen with his second kill of the round already. Facing off against some of his old teammates. Or at least one of them. And actually, this is looking all right for the CT side. Normally, these sort of retakes are impossible, but Frozen just going ham. 3 kills for him, Carrigan with the double, and already we are going to have a round on the board for mousesports.
I know at the desk they were talking.
The first 2 kills that have come in for mousesports are just off ridiculous levels of aggression and a little bit off with the push there. Carrigan going to be able to do a large amount of damage. Connor will at least be able to cross to the site. Nice shot onto Frozen, at least. That should be a bomb plant.
Wait, is his first name really McCool? McCool Connor? I am so jealous. Anyways.
Would it not be the other way around?
Connor McCool. I mean, that would make sense, but everyone else's names are the other way around. Okay, I'm jealous if that's actually his name. Oh, my God. Oh, his parents. Are you looking it up right now? All right, we'll get back to you on that one. Anyways, back into the round. 15 seconds left to go. A bomb has been planted. Walks on the long rotate towards long A.
I think it's his surname.
And he hits a shot onto Devil. That's Connor by himself. Low on HP. And actually looks like they're going to win the round here. There's no time to defuse the bomb anymore, but Waxic wants the final kill. He tags up Connor. Connor will explode.
Like that's the most ridiculous thing. Eagle. I've seen them do some crazy things with that gun, but already tagged within half HP. The smoke going to go down to allow them to cross towards this, but Chris is already going to get a second one. Woxic goes down. Chris just going ham. Gets 3 kills and leaves it up to his teammates to try and do the rest. And bear in mind, the Rops still have himself that AUG. He's going to be rotating in through CT, but it's Carrigan who's getting right up close. He catches one with that M4. Now it's left all onto one, and it's not going to happen. Mr. McCool is unable to do anything. And it will be mousesports allowed to play MDL either, because he was too young. So it's just like, well, what's the point then?
Luck for him, he's kept playing, kept practicing, and look where he is now. Push coming in. Moxie's going to win the first one. Eventually get turned on by Connor, though. And you can see Freddy trying to get the high ground in the actual site. Spots the player towards CTs, and the smoke to his advantage, but he can't connect the shots. Chris J, he's going to be able to fire back. And now quickly back to a 4-on-2 in favor of mousesports. Player back towards pit. Connor in sight. mousesports, 24 seconds left to go, looking to finally push in towards the side, but Devil there, as you mentioned, want to see him on the AWP, able to get the first. Chris J does fall. Connor has the protection, except that smoke might provide some cover, or Frozen just running up from short. And look at that, we're going to see ERIVALS take the round, though not cleanly, and yes, mousesports was on not much money left, but we could potentially now see 3 for ERIVALS.
I think maybe this is just one of those moments where they go, okay, guys, this should be a kind of easy match. So if you know,
100% takes each match as if it's his tournament life on the line. And I wonder if mousesports is maybe the similar kind of way. But I guess you don't necessarily 100% need to if you have so many stars on your team and you're feeling confident. I mean, they just played at the major, so they have a lot of recent experience. They haven't had a long period of time without any matches being played, and blue, nice little double for them.
I think having fun with a match like this, though, can be good for your sort of just mental fortitude. Just like, okay, we had fun, we still won.
Yeah.
Makes things a little bit better for the day. They're actually doing very well in this round as well. Like, down to a 2 versus 2. Another tag coming in as well. Carrigan really wanting to try and get this gun out of Freddy's hands.
Well, it's the Scout-Deagle combo, right? You hit with the Scout, hit with the Deagle. Once you both hit your shots, they're dead.
Actually, there's a Molotov onto the bomb as well. Smoke going to go down, which should now be the possibility to get the bomb through the smoke as well. It's going to be the catch, and now it's left all onto Devil. He's going to sneak up and manage to get himself the bomb. I like this. He's gone into the corner. I kind of hope he stays there, because if they then go looking for the bomb later on, and he's in a good position, but instead they've fallen back. I like this from mousesports. They're sort of burning down that clock. He now has to clear everything again, because he has absolutely no idea where these remaining players are. One is going to be Carrigan just waiting on the site. 15 seconds left on the clock. He's trying to just waste as much time as possible, and it's going to be Carrigan to hit the shot with the Deeg. They take the pull. Had a best of 5, and they 3-0'd crazy. Like, it's they definitely can just run over teams. I think it just depends on the day, really. Like, sometimes you just don't see members of their roster show up, but when they do, you're screwed.
Nice little push out of Connor. I think that Molotov might have been in the wrong position. Chris J gets caught out by Yuho. And now it's all on Rops by himself against 4, and I think he's just probably going to save the weapon considering they have no money to really use. That we see the chase down coming in out of ERIVALS. Misada Yuho is going to be flanking back.
Like, these guys have managed to win themselves some extra money just for being in the tournament.
Yeah,
so
10 grand.
10 grand for just making it through the qualifier. You get to come here and fight against some of the best teams. So if they can show themselves versus mousesports, who knows? Maybe they can take a map off the likes of VP, who definitely didn't look too good earlier in the day. I will be very surprised if they manage to take this home, but hey, they're 6 of 5 at the moment. We haven't seen the best out of mousesports, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'd agree. I mean, they were just playing the best team in the world, or second best team in the world, or whatever you want to call it, Liquid, just a few weeks ago. Nice shot at a double. I think he's been hitting some great shots.
Yeah.
He's definitely been living up to it. He said he wanted to see him opping, and he's been doing a fantastic job so far. They've been able to take control of the B site. Well, I say that. And we'll see for how long is going to be the question, as it's going to be down to a 3-on-3 with Frozen ready to knock on this front door.
Yeah, these are the sort of retakes that you struggle with, though. The B site of this map, one of the most difficult. Not really going to be too much damage done. They've got to be a little bit wary.
Well, I only saw one cross. There was no smoke, so they kind of assume there's got to be someone playing close to door.
Switch up as well. This is the difference, that they're finally going to do something on that CT side, which is Chris is now going to be the solo player, and they put Rops into mid instead. He'll get that opening pick, and I'm going to see the smoke set up to the box, just to give them that ability to cross onto short if they so desire.
Tovs with some flashbangs can really put a hindrance on how they want to attack this. They're going to drop a player down, actually 2 players down towards CT spawn. Frozen's just going to adjust his position. Karrigan's now fallen, and Frozen's got to be the backbone of the A site. He's going to fall. Walks it with AWP. You wanted to see him. Well, he's got it towards the long A position. The bomb should be planted here.
A little bit of a dance of death, but this is why you want that AWP into his hands. But it's going to be Devil to put him down. Now left in a clutch, he had an opportunity to turn it into the 1v1, but they jump up. Rops hands him a kill, and now it's all left on to 1, and Chris J is there to close out the round. Oh no, what is up with Karrigan? Does not look happy.
7-8 half isn't probably what they expect to come into this match either, being one of the best teams in the world up against a team who just kind of come together for the qualifiers and managed to make their way through, and hey, they came out with a first half lead against you.
Yeah, and then, well, you have to feel that if he hits...
He's Chris J just going to be running directly towards that B side as quick as he possibly can. Meantime, the rest of the players are going to be sitting out towards long. Blue's going to actually peek around the corner and spot them, takes the head off Rops, and eventually going to lose his own. I almost wish to see him actually get that kill and then just back off and then kind of wait. But I guess he wanted more information to maybe pull in the rotates from his teammates if they needed it. But with him now dead, they've given up completely the A control. They have no one watching towards long.
This is a bit of a gamble coming out from this CT side. And they're going to gamble back. And this could be the problem. They've pushed aggressively through tunnels, and that might give them a little bit of false information. Karrigan, there's no way he's going to expect Devil to be there, and he gets 2 kills. Should never have been able to get away with that. Chris needed to get that trade. Eventually it's there, but now the full defense is waiting on the site. Connor spots at least one of the players. Yet to really go for any sort of rotation. They're just going to be waiting and watching. Freddy's almost playing a little bit of a bait role, and they still have the time, so they're actually going to go doubling back, but all the footsteps will be heard in middle. It's going to be known. Nice shot from Woxic, though. He's going to take the head off 1, and he's going to be able to cross. So the bomb will be planted, and they've turned this from a 2v4 into a 2v2.
So now the after plant situation. Freddy and Connor both coming in from the same direction from short, where Frozen will be waiting with that P250. He's playing up close to the smoke. So he's either going to have to push through with the help of the flashbang, which is exactly what he's going to do, and Woxic sets him up perfectly.
Getting a little bit overwhelmed on the B side. That's a good start for Devil. Already starting things off with the pick onto Frozen, someone who's been a bit of a menace thus far in this game. Got to see how the T's are actually going to react to this. By the looks of it, it's going to be by taking some short control. Have Connor waiting within the site. In fact, if he goes down here, it could be a fairly problematic situation for this CT side, as the closest players all the way out in long. Devil trying to regain a little bit of control into middle. And I'm glad that what I just saw wasn't actually shown on stream. Just tried to throw a flash into mid, just threw it into the wall and almost blinded himself.
Shot comes in, tags up. I believe that was Woxic. Good damage. Devil is just hitting shots after shots. Of course, as I talk about, he's going to miss the follow-up as Woxic's going to drop him. 30 seconds left to go. There's going to be a player left on the B site, though. The Molotov's going to come in, and Kerrigan will come through doorways and send Blue out one. And looks like mousesports should be able to get their 11th on the board, but we're going to see the push come through. Almost wanted to see a save out of them, to be honest.
Yeah, I think now they may even have to make that call. They just don't have the utility available to them. It's a singular flash. There's no kit, and they're already a man down. I think in the 3v3, there's an argument to be made. Okay, we have to show our opponents respect no matter who they are. And not over hunting, not over facing some of these situations is the right call to make.
I think also the T side will favor them a lot.
There've been a few closer rounds here. I have to give
a lot of
props.
close rounds, actually.
Yeah, and I have to give props to ERIVALS and their pistol.
Blue here to support Connor. They're able to get the first. I mean, Connor does take down Chris J, but it's at the cost of his teammate's life. And Kerrigan, again, getting free reign over short. No one's watching the actual middle position. And mousesports back to the man advantage, and should be able to get the bomb towards the A side here. There's only one person to defend. That's going to be Freddy. And Freddy's not even on the short position to help out, so...
Now, Kerrigan's position's making this very, very difficult for them. Interesting, especially with a lot of the players on the team with English not even being their first language. And I know that at least in the past, like players like Devil played within his own scene rather than within a mixed team like this. Oh no. I think he was trying to spot something a little bit more, but instead, well, this is the problem. Like I said, that Rops was having a bit of a quiet game so far, but when he does step up to the plate, that's 2 entry kills into the B site, round done. You almost have to save if you're on the E-Rival side, and yeah, this is where things have definitely gone badly wrong. I said it at the start of the game, sort of showing of that. It's like, a team like mousesports is going to pick you apart, and you have to have something to fall back on. You have to have some synergy. And also, like I said, like rotations on this map, gambles on this map, they're always going to be very important. And so far, it just looks like every individual duel is going the way of mousesports.
Yeah, they definitely started to show up in the second half on this T side. They're going to be pushing directly in towards B with only one man to defend who's pretty blind. That's going to be Freddy to fall. And the bomb should be planted here momentarily. We should also see potentially now 15-8 on the scoreboard, as Devil's going to be left with AW.
It's quite a bit more difficult to do. Either way, back to B it is. It's been so successful for them throughout this map so far. They're just going to leave Connor completely blind. The only defender, they gambled in the other direction. They said, of course, they're not going to go running into the B site again. But they did.
It ain't broke. Why fix it? Here, Tom. We see Yoho push in with the flashbang, but he's pretty much pushing him by himself, though. Freddy and Devil able to chime in on the board and take things down to a 3-on-3. Again, Devil, he's 19 and 16. He's had some fantastic off shots throughout the course of this first match, but Chris J and Frozen much putting the final nail in the coffin. Blue left up against 3. And yeah, he's just going to be chased down by Chris J. So that's going to do it. Mousesports take the first map 6.
Of Inferno from E-Rival. Then again, expecting more than 0 isn't that hard to really hope for. But yeah, it's a map where a lot of the time it's a lot easier to get things done on the CT side. You know your rotations a little bit better. There's a lot less gambles being taken with the way that you play. But Frops has just clicked Yuho right out of the server. And the problem is they had to stack over on towards the B site. So getting back into this one's going to be very difficult. It doesn't look like they have a kit available or any utility either. The remaining 4 players all with Kevlar, so they're just going to have to hope that somebody gives them a peek, gives them a chance. And by the looks of things, you can see mousesports are just waiting patiently for someone to walk into their crossfire.
Oh, Frozen picks up a nice clean little double. Rops as well.
Problem. Like, Karrigan is basically just using that SMG exactly how you should. Like, you use it as a risk. Like, if it gets dropped, it's not really a problem, but you can gain map control. And this is all just an elaborate ruse. They've gained so much control over towards A that they're trying to sell this as a bit of a fake. The only problem is they haven't actually cleared any of the A site. There's only 15 seconds left. The rotation did not come in. Freddy's been able to hold down the fort. He's got the support of Devil as well, and this has gone pretty much as bad as it can be. So that rebuy will be needed in the next round.
It's a very crucial kill to kick off that round. Christian as well, getting completely blinded up in that exchange. And now we can see if ERIVALS can maintain this. As you said, mousesports are pretty much... Christian with the SMG as well. Devil looking to peek around the corner. Might be in the perfect time. Actually goes to the spray down. Connects with some decent damage. Yuho's there to get the kill onto Karrigan. More importantly, escapes with his life. But look at this. They're just pushing straight through the smokes.
Fair bit of damage on Frozen. Is going to be able to catch out one. Just tries to retreat. Isn't going to be able to. A couple of low players to face off against. But realistically, this should be a fairly easy second round. It will be blue.
Well done.
Getting with a flashbang in his hand, his teammates being shot at, and Karrigan. It's one of those scenarios where you want to just swap back to your weapon, but you just feel like it's easier to just throw the grenade. And yeah, it doesn't really stand a chance in the end. But decent setup from ERIVALS. Expect to see a little bit more. Lots of utility being expended early. Karrigan's actually just going to go running through again. Another player caught out with an aid, and well, there's Karrigan's first couple of kills, and valuable ones at that. There's already going to be a man disadvantage. AK will be retrieved, but the T's have just fallen back. I think they know that in this scenario, they just have to wait and build up towards one of these. At the same time, then comes the mind games. Like, will it be predicted? Nice work from Connor, though. In fact, he's going to get a second as well. Still standing with a third. The Irishman stepping up and leaves it onto Mr. Cool to try and take him down. The bomb down, 45 seconds left on the clock. Connor just standing his ground. Most players would sort of fall back. You've got 4 kills, you've got enough, you've got control of the bomb. He's got the rotation in from his teammate, which will buy even more time. I'm not really sure how Robs is going to get out of this one. A couple of flashbangs to his name. Smoke to try and give himself a little bit of space. Devil trying to find him through the smoke, but in the meantime, it's the push in, and Connor gets the ace. A big play from him.
In one situation, you want to play off of each other, right? Obviously, one player goes in, you need to push at the same time to return the kill. Like Karrigan, just being allowed to walk straight through his smoke to pick up 2 quick kills like that. Luckily, Connor was there to save for Chris J. But the early investment out of the holds towards B out of ERIVALS has really been doing a good job of shutting mousesports down. And again, Devil wins out against the trade against Woxic.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing a strong start to this map for ERIVALS, and pushing in towards that B site. They're going to instead attempt something through the apartments. Now, this is going to be difficult. I don't think they'll expect the secondary ult to be here, although it may not be there.
With him falling back, with Connor actually going back towards his arch side, it's given up control of the A site towards the mousesports team. Karrigan again. Picks up a much-needed kill so they can lock this down. Bomb should be planted momentarily. Connor again going to pick another kill. This one onto Karrigan, now down to a 3-on-3. But 2 players rotating in. Connor going to be anchoring towards this long position.
And the CT side looking like they're just going to fall out of this round. It seems like it's on lockdown.
Rivals on the map of Dust 2. Devil again has just been consistently hitting so many great shots. That's the part I'm curious about. The Devil was left at short
so high that it almost just does come down to timing. Because if there's anybody in pit or anybody in graveyard,
we're now into round 9. Maybe the aggression's gonna be coming out of ERIVALS. You can see Connor seems to be feeling himself. 12-2. A lot of smokes left for the side, though, of ERIVALS to stop a push coming in towards B or to separate this push. The flashbang This is completely dislodge Connor.
That flashbang actually saved Freddy in that scenario, and again, it's looking like a shutdown round, although Freddy will actually go down. Connor's going to be there to hold.
So if you're mousesports here, do you just give him the respect and stop going this way? Do you still continue to look for something? I mean, obviously, Freddy, the double kill he had there.
Try and go for this A side, but if you just start giving up banana, that's where things are a little bit more of a problem. But great start already for Frozen. Quick play towards this arch side. He's managed to catch out Devil already, and Rops finds one with a pistol. These are the sort of rounds that mousesports can just steal away. Woxic looking to get the bomb down. He's going to spot the players coming up close, but left completely blind, and Rops picks off another one. Leaves it on to Connor and Freddy, and that kill from Freddy might give them an inkling that they want to go for this. Like, up until that point, it was 100% a save. But once you get that pick, there's the temptation to go for it.
Well, there's no pick currently in their hands, but Connor is just hitting shots left, right, and center. Down to a 2-on-2. Froze with it up in his hand as well. Freddy's going to need to help open things up, but he's going to be shut down, unfortunately. Now Connor, by himself, he's got to run away. He needs to save this op. Heard the legends about him.
To be fair, he does have a name that could definitely fit within that sort of story. The legend of Connor McCool.
He's like feeling like that good at the moment that they can just put him in different positions where they feel like they're the weakest, which 100% has been the ace side so far.
Oh, only a 1-for-1 trade this time, though. A little bit more of an aggressive playing towards middle from both teams, in fact. Mousesports flashing through the smoke and gambled with their current positions, and it does, and that's the one-man pick. So all they really needed, a one-and-done position set up for Devil. I think if he even gets that kill, the chance of falling back are slim. And now mousesports have gained the whole side. And that's a pretty good call from them on A. It probably means there is a reduced defense. Although initially we did see Freddy alongside Devil. It was just that the rotation came away at the wrong time.
We also had Yuho unfortunately go down by Rops and the lurk. Oh. All right, Chris J, calm down, calm down.
Though in general is that you're always going to have, or very, very likely going to have players who don't like playing certain positions.
Yeah.
So, like, it might have just been a call the Devil was like, okay, less likely. Like, you're going to have faith in the certain player to actually be able to hold on to a certain part of the map. And if they're having a bad game, you expect them to come.
Left for the team. No way you can stall any sort of push coming through now, especially with just the pistol. Carries are coming backwards, and Connor's going to take the head off. And a second on to Chris J. Assist from Devil coming through from
quickly. Right up close towards these remaining players. Nade and Molotov into the corner. That removes Woxic and leaves it all onto Frozen to try and clutch again. It isn't going to be happening. It's again Connor to close things out, but sure, you give props to Connor in that for those left on the clock. Why is that your play? He doesn't get that kill. No, that's 19 and 3. I don't think he could have even T-side, like, than on Dust 2.
I mean, we also saw them, like, T-side compared to Seek T-side on Dust 2. They, well, it was 8-7 in favor of them on Dust 2 in the first half.
They might be going to try and brute force this over towards that mid position once again. Frozen just catches out his ex-teammate Devil, and there is now an AWP dropped on the floor, I would imagine. It's whether they can retrieve it, though, and Blue has pretty much sorted this round out. He's got the support of Yuho as well.
Lead rounds to close out the map. And then if they do win this one, we still have Train to go to next, which I don't even know how they're going to perform on this. Rops, what? Pretty sure he should not have been able to pick up those 2 kills. Just rushes straight out of apartments. Again, timing working to his advantage. Woxic making his way in towards the site. They're going to get the bomb down here. And don't tell me ERIVALS loses this round.
Like I said, Rops has had a glimmer or two of hope within this map so far. Trying to find out a little bit of information. Spots the Molotov going onto the site. X-utility being expended. I don't think they expect him to be in the pit. Even still, the turn hasn't come in.
I like how that's one of our replays. Him just Zeusing a chicken in spawn. One of the few times we see the Zeus get a kill, so to be fair. But yeah, Rops.
Fan, has he?
I mean, don't go that far yet. We'll see.
Highlight what he's doing every round, and then you're like, oh no, I wouldn't call myself a fan.
Well, Freddy gets turned on. Christian's going to get one, as Connor does get walks it before he falls. The B-side's completely left open. I want to see if he keeps playing. I want to see if he keeps playing well, you know. It's luck of the Irish for a reason, you know. I want to see if he can, if it's luck or if it's skill. And we'll see on the T side.
Blue manages to get through, finding one, but the trades come back. So basically, what you're saying is it
was a different time. I mean, I'm way older than you, and well, speaking of different times, you can see mousesports on the CT side rushing straight down middle here. And Chris J pops ahead directly off blue, gets the bomb down. And the team's going to be separated. Yuho has an opportunity to hit some shots, but unfortunately Chris J just keeps hitting these one-taps. There we go, mousesports. They've had enough. They just rush straight down middle. Yeah, and the way, well, we'll get to that in a second as we see the push potentially coming through. Woxic able to hit his first shot, saving the smoke in case Molotov comes in. Doesn't have any way to escape with the help of that smoke, but he's got Frozen off to the side, so he gives Frozen a little bit of cover. Was not able to hit the shot. Woxic gonna have some backup from Kerrigan, as unfortunately Woxic's gonna fall. Somehow, Kerrigan, he's getting close. Somehow Kerrigan's still alive. He's waiting for the rotates to come through. Chris J gets picked up on that.
Oh, that was so close. 1 HP.
So much utility just to get the initial control banana, but it still took him over a minute of time to even get in towards the site. If Woxic starts hitting those shots from that position, I don't see how they're going to dislodge any sort of defense here. But that just goes to show that, hey, mousesports and their investment into early banana,
trying to bait out some rotations. Smoke's going to fall in. Chris J up above. That'll be the opener. Probably has to fall back, but he's caught by Devil. Do they expect Carradine? They do. Good shots from Devil to open up this site, but Frozen is still here. And Freddy just killed his teammate with the nade. Definitely not what you wanted as you're about to take that retake with an advantage. Frozen, though, is so much deeper than the rest of his team. Like, you've got Woxic just holding back towards spawn. The rotation from Rops is very far away. And they don't have a kit to play with. So I think this almost has to come down to Frozen looking to retreat out of this one. And he does. Just look to fall back, escaping while the smoke is still there. They are just going to be able to do that. Maybe try and hold them in.
As I say, the money's not great for the side of ERIVALS.
Or mousesports.
Yeah, or mousesports. So at least going to get one more casualty off this, ideally. There you go, Woxic gets that kill, and they do clean up Freddy as well. So a clean wipe, a clean slate. But ERIVALS still win the round.
Entering into that side, but if the players over on that side of the map are not playing particularly well, then it's not a problem.
Oh, nice little boost peek out of Woxic there.
Fake. But if they kill him off, then there may be a possibility here, but they're really going to need Woxic to try and slow down this push. Peek out, he finds himself another shot. We haven't seen too much from the AWP of this man so far, but now, just look at Freddy. He's managed to bypass the majority of the players, but this round has gone so weird. Now Chris has found the bomb on Banana. They've got 15 seconds, it's done. There's absolutely nothing they can do. They've just got to try and hold on to their weaponry as they'll try and hide in the backlines. Nice shot from Freddy, at least, to remove Frozen, can try and make things a little bit more costly, but the fact that Chris has found an AK and
supposed to say, hey, let's start to stack like they did in the last round.
I think the other thing here is, at what point does Chris J now have an AWP? Because that's where things get a little bit more dangerous. Smoke going to go down. They're going to try and push through it. And actually successful, but Chris keeps the man advantage alive. And Woxic trying to set up a few flashbangs. Incendiary going to go over the top to try and stop them being able to get any of these positions.
No smoke as well to cut off CT spawn, so the angles that ERIVALS can even hold can be more passive in the site. Freddy's going to drop Kerrigan, so at least have control towards Banana, so he can focus attention towards the push in towards CT spawn. But you can see Devil with no smoke. He has to watch so many different angles. They need the rotate to come back in from Banana, which he's going to be doing. Freddy's going to be there to help out, but Woxic takes down Devil. Blue needs to hit these shots. He's got players pushing in from construction. He goes to the first one to Woxic, turns around, but he gets dropped by Rops. And now Freddy against two to keep things tied between the two teams. He gets it straight onto the first. He gets almost the second, and Rops comes through, but he doesn't have the time to defuse the bomb, and Freddy holds on long enough to tie things back up at 12 apiece.
That's the second time now that they managed to win themselves around with 0 players surviving.
Yeah.
The economy game has never really got going from ERIVALS, and Well, thanks to that sort of round where they managed to save an AWP and an AK and win, I suppose, with the extra pistols, there's still going to be a strong buy coming in from mousesports into this round. Not both teams coming in with a weaker buy. No. An aggressive push in, and Frozen's been caught. Chris J going to try and fix things, and instead things get worse. Connor with a double. You wanted him to come back into the server. Well, he's arrived. And the flashbang from Carrigan not going to achieve anything. He runs through and tries to do some damage himself, but that's the round over. Or, of course, Pimp on the desk. He did say he thought mousesports were going to lose, although I do think that might have been a level of playing towards him, like that one sort of round on A. But he has had a quiet game, right near the bottom of the board. And Chris J is going to get decked once again. Frozen's going to go down, and I'm getting some deja vu here, but this time it's Robs. He runs through the smoke and shows Carrigan how it's done.
Roxy's going to have to take his time, though. He needs to rotate from Carrigan to come in from Banana. Surprised to see, I was about to say, I'm surprised to see Devil gonna be watching down towards Banana where they didn't have the bomb planted just yet, but they have time to work with. They're hoping that mousesports get aggressive, which is exactly what Wax is gonna do. The bomb's being planted, he's gonna see it, he gets it down, headshot onto Freddy. Now Devil left alone against 2, what it looked like ERIVALS would get up to 14. But he needs his first kill, and he gets caught looking the wrong way. And Woxic saves the round with a nice 3K. 13 apiece here.
Exact thing happened on the A site.
Rops on 26 kills, by the way.
He's matched Connor as well. So he definitely, like, Woxic shut them down one round, Rops shut them down another, but that's a great start. Frozen or Chris seem to get caught off almost every single round on this B site. That has not been going well for them. And now we get into the same scenario once again. They're going to attempt this execution, a quick play in. Carrigan's managed to get around the smoke, spots out one, but it should be a quick trade. Crits, however, picks up 2 in return. Keeps this round going for mousesports, knows that there's another there, and now Yuho's left. 1v2 to try and stop mousesports from taking the lead.
Devil tried to go on a flank, try to go for a lurk over towards A. Does not work out for him. Yuho against 2. He's got Woxic to watch out for. He's got Rops as well. And I'd be very scared to be peeking this position over towards CT spawn. Flashbang gonna come through. Goes for the spray down, misses the shots, but Rops won't. And mousesports will be back in the lead here at 14.
Yeah, Connor's been putting up a good fight, but no one's been able to beat this man, although Devil actually comes in behind him, clears him very early. All he really needs to do is spot the information. A pick would be great, and yeah, that's all he needed to do. Now Molotovs can go down, he can fall back and buy some time.
Devil's Lurk again, not really working out for him, gets caught out. They still have 3 players there to defend, or towards the A side. If Woxic does fall, we should be seeing the bomb get planted. But now the rotate's gonna come in, Carrigan's gonna be there, Chris J is gonna stop Devil with the Lurk. 30 seconds left to go, and the last 3 players for ERIVALS trying to keep the hopes alive in this series. Looks like they're gonna double back towards this B site. Problem is, all they have is 2 smokes.
Yeah, and there's already 2 players ready and waiting for this take. No surprise they haven't gambled away from it in the end, and as the smokes go down, Woxic still has an angle as they look to cross into the site, and he's just not been missing since he's gone onto the CT side. Only 2 remaining, and there's no time. It's done, and Woxic's just looking for the style points. Not even going to get the final kill in the end. It will be mousesports to finally close out this game, but I think we've all been surprised by how well
surprised.
ERIVALS actually managed to play.